Hello everyone, how is everyone doing today? So welcome back to my channel, and today I just want to talk about some plants that are my favorite for October. So my plants are pretty much just, they're still growing, they're still babies, kind of. Well, they're babies. And but there are some that I'm just loving because they're just absolutely doing really good ever since I've gotten them, and they're just growing amazingly. And I want to go ahead and start with this one, which is my Syngonium chia pins. It's been doing so awesome. It is such an easygoing plant from what I've seen so far since I've had it. I've had this one for a while now, like since the beginning of the year or so. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I need to tie it onto this back here. But I've had this one for a while now, and it's been doing really well. I haven't had any kind of complaints for this plant. It just growing and growing. I absolutely love it also because, you know, this plant kind of reminds me in a way of an anthurium, I guess. But I mean, all the plants that have this shape kind of do in a way, but it has its own, like, just different characteristics on it. I love that it's a climbing plant that kind of just grows up straight. My other Syngoniums are just a bit different, so I love that this one does that. Well, maybe one day I can get the variegated one of the chia pins. That would be awesome, but for now I just absolutely love this. I love the way it has just the different characteristics on the leaves, the veining, just everything about it. It's just so stinking cute. So it has another one coming out here as well, and it just never does me wrong. So it's an amazing plant so far, and just one that I've had my eye on for the month of October. Now, of course, I have tons of anthurium, but this is one of my first ones that I did purchase. And this one is the Clarinervum, or no, it's actually the crystallinum crossed with the Doriaki, and I love it. It's awesome. It's just so freaking gorgeous. This is the newest leaf that it did come out with. These leaves are really cool when they grow. Like they can, one day they're just like really tiny, and then the next morning they turn huge. And I know that this is not even the biggest this one can get. So I'm excited to see what it's going to have for me in the future, because I know that it's still pretty much a baby. But man, I love the silver on this plant, the veining on the plant, and just the colors. It has like this red lining on the outside of the leaf that I love so much. And they're just an absolutely just stunning plant. It's just a beautiful plant just to have in my cabinet. It's amazing, and it's doing really well in there as well. So also, this is my favorite plant, not just because it's an anthurium. It's because this plant has done so well since the beginning. I haven't had any issues with this one at all whatsoever. It's just been an amazing growing plant since I've gotten it. No issues. It loves, like I said, it loves my cabinet. And since it was one of my first anthurium, I had to put it as one of my October favorites. Since this is like one of my first favorites videos that I've actually done. So that is that one. The leaves, oh my gosh, I can't get over this. I love how dark the leaves are, and also that they're velvety. They have this velvety touch to them. I just can't get over it. It's like I want to stop talking about this plant, but I can't. Just the velvet of the leaves. Oh, so amazing. I love it. I love it. It's gorgeous. My third one here is, well, my Tycon. And I love this Tycon because when I did get this at the beginning of the year, it was just these 2 leaves. And ever since, it's given me a new leaf every time, like every month pretty much. So I guess actually you can kind of count. I haven't had this since the very beginning of the year. You can count how long I've had it just by the leaves. So it had these 2, and I actually think it might have, no, I think it was just these 2. Then I got this one, and then I ended up getting, you can tell just by the size, it was this one, and then this leaf, and then this is my most current leaf that it's given me. Those leaves are gorgeous, and I believe that this plant came from one healthy mama plant for sure. But she's getting big. I had to up pot her just recently. If you've seen my last video, I up potted her because she was already getting pretty, in my opinion, kind of root bound. I didn't want her to get too root bound, and then it would be really hard for me to pull her out of that pot. But she was absolutely happy, and it's crazy because I just repotted her, and you can see that the roots are already reaching out to the side of this pot. This plant is phenomenal. I just love it. And I know that everyone wants the Tycon, and I absolutely wanted one because it's my first variegated type of Monstera, and it's just stunning. And now I'm like, where am I going to put it when it gets massive? But I'll figure that out later. Let's not worry about that right now. And I'm not putting these plants in no like particular order. These are just plants that I've had my eye on for this month, or for a while now actually, since I've had them. Another one that I absolutely love is my tortum, my philodendron tortum. This plant was really small when I got it. And it's getting a good size, and I know this is not even the biggest it's gonna get. These plants get huge, so I've seen like how big they can get. When I have this really close to my grow light, it's continuously just putting out a new leaf. I did pull it away a little bit, so it's not it already has a new one right here wanting to come out, but it's not growing as fast, which is fine. It's just in the area I had it, it was already getting a little too crowded with all my other plants, so I had to move it away just a little bit. But my goodness, this plant is gorgeous. I just can't get over just how the leaves are, and like the way they look when they're coming out, and it's just an amazing plant. It's just one that's really easygoing as well that I've seen, and it's not a hard plant to have. So this one's definitely one that I would recommend to anyone that's looking for an easygoing plant, because it's a really, really easy plant to take care of. But yeah, it's just gorgeous. I mean, how can you not? Look at these. Oh my gosh. This kind of reminds me of a fern, like certain ferns. I don't know why, but it does. I just love it. It's another fave. Another fave. And I think it's always going to be a favorite, but of course I can't show that one every month. Maybe in the future, when it gets really big, I'm going to have to show y'all. And this one is also my favorite, and it's crazy because this is a strawberry begonia. This is not the variegated. Whenever I ordered my strawberry begonia, I actually ordered a variegated strawberry begonia, and it's right there, and it's doing really good. It's starting to grow out these little, not too sure what you call these, but the little hanging parts of the plant. It's finally starting to grow those out, and it's doing really well. But for some reason, this one I ended up getting free was because they sent this one to me instead of the variegated. But I love this one. I fell in love with this one. I don't know why, but I did. And I'm not even putting these plants close up to the camera. I'm sorry. I'm bad at that. I'll get used to it. But it's gorgeous. I mean, look at the bottom of these leaves, and they have that pink color, and then the veining on the leaves is so prominent. It's just oh my gosh. I mean, it's not like that in the other one, but there is just something about this one that has my heart. And it's crazy, another thing, because whenever I got my first begonia, which was a Rex begonia, I was like, I wanted it, but then I didn't want it. And it ended up dying on me. As soon as I walked in my home, literally it died. And I was like, I'm never getting another begonia. I don't like begonias. That one kind of kind of put a bad taste in my mouth with begonias. But then I was like, you know what? I got this one for free, and I hope it doesn't die. Let's see if this one don't die on me. It's not like the other one I had. Well, it kind of is. The leaves were just like this. I don't know if this is part of the, I'm not too, have too much knowledge on like begonias and stuff, since I am more of a newish plant mom to a lot of my plants. But I don't know if like in the Rex family or what, but it seems like, because the other leaves on my other Rex begonia were kind of like this, but it just died. And I have found, you guys, if you have any problems with begonia, from my experience that I've had so far, even with all my plants, I let my plants dry out all the way. Well, if not all the way, for the most part, where I can lift them and they're super light already in the pot. I let them dry out, and then I water them fully. And that's what I've been doing with this begonia, and she has been flourishing. And I kid you not, she's just been a gorgeous, flourishing, healthy plant with me just doing that with her. So I haven't had no issues with her at all. I think there's a dry leaf back here, maybe when I let her go too dry for too long. But other than that, she's an amazing, amazing plant. But yes, that's the story behind this one. This one is insanely just took me, I mean, it just grabbed me by the heart. Let's just put it that way. It really did. It took a big grasp onto my heart, and I absolutely love her. But those are pretty much my plants for October. I'll put this one a little bit closer, hopefully get a better view. I'm not very good at remembering to let you guys more in on the view of the plants. I'm trying to get better with my videos and stuff, so eventually, hopefully, I will. And then my tortum, see if it doesn't get blurry, and I can actually get, this one's a little bit harder. Maybe it'll focus in on the leaves. No, Abby. No, you know better. And of course, the popular Tycon that everybody loves. And those are all my leaves. And she's doing amazing. And the anthurium, which is very popular nowadays. Everyone wants anthuriums of all kinds. And I absolutely understand why, because you can't help those dark, veiny, silvery, veiny leaves. Like, the camera will do no justice onto what this really looks like in person. It's an amazing, beautiful plant for sure. So, but yeah, you guys, these are all my plans for October. But I just wanted to come on here and make a quick video because I know that I don't have much time on my camera, and I hope it's still recording. But I do just want to thank you for watching another video. If you are new to my channel and you do like my content, feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to like my videos. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.